Our Father, who art in
Our
heaven,
Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done on
Thy will
earth
be
as
done
it is in heaven.
on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily
Give
bread.
us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our trespasses.
Forgive us our trespasses,
as we forgive those who
as
trespass
we
against
forgive
us.
those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into
And lead us
temptation,
not into temptation,
but deliver
but
us from
deliver
evil.
us from evil.
Hello, Night City. Does anyone else feel a bit more faithful lately? Because I sure do. I was driving downtown one afternoon when my fixer called and a sinful man in need for some redemption, if you know what I mean. Well, little did I know, I was in for the most controversial quest in the game, so let's get into it. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Night City. So, how do we get this controversial quest? Well, not long after you've collected your reward for your last job from Rokako, you'll get a call about another gig, a messy one. This call starts the Sinnerman line of quests in Cyberpunk. Now, depending on your choices, this quest can go down a very different path, and you may miss one of the most controversial and disturbing scenes in the game. So to start, Wakako gives you a call about a hit job on a one Joshua Stephenson, a prisoner who's already been given the death sentence. The client wants this person dead to take his life by himself for the death of his wife, and thus asks you to stalk the prisoner as he is being transferred somewhere. If that isn't odd enough, it gets a lot more interesting once the job goes sideways. The client and Joshua confront each other at an underpass as the armor transport is blocked, but before much can happen, your client is shot down and Joshua Stephenson decides he wants you to come along for the ride. This also catches Johnny Silverhand's attention and expresses his own interest, further exhibiting how Johnny's engram is slowly taking over your body. From here, there are two ways the quest can go. You can either ride with Joshua and see how things play out, or you can refuse to ride with him and go your separate ways, never to meet ever again, and end the quest. To note, I've also tried killing Joshua, which then results in a fight against 100-something NCPD just popping out of nowhere. A little side note, it was not easy to deal with. And after which, Wakako calls you for completing the job. However, if you decide to join Joshua on his mission, things play out way differently, and he even offers to pay you should you simply stay with him for the day. After the ride along with Joshua, the quest will change to There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. And as it turns out, Joshua was on his way to a woman named Zuleika to apologize to her mother for murdering her son, and further discussing the details of Joshua's crucifixion, which he wants to turn into a brain dance and show it to thousands, even millions of people. Criminals, junkies, people of faith, and the like. The whole scene ends with Zuleika's mother refusing to forgive Joshua. So you and Joshua then turn to the car, and after the ride, you end up in a parking lot by a diner. You talk to Rachel about Joshua, and give your honest opinion. It doesn't really matter, but she's cynical as ever. So from here, Rachel will try to bribe you to leave them alone. Just leave it. Just walk away from all of it. And she'll even say that she'll give you a cut from the profits of Joshua's crucifixion. You can either accept and leave them at the diner, or you can try to talk to Joshua and learn more about his plans, or even try to talk him out of it. You can do this by following them into the diner, and I actually highly recommend going inside the diner if you want to see the hidden quest that follows after this one. While inside the diner, you talk with Joshua and Rachel about his plans for his crucifixion, and during this talk, People familiar with Christian stories will start to feel as if they're participants in a particular Last Supper. You can respond to the conversation however you want, as it'll have very little effect on the quest, after which you'll have to leave the diner and wait for Rachel to call you. The next time you hear from Rachel, she'll be calling to say that Joshua wants to see you and won't go through with the crucifixion without talking to you first. Simply go to the studio and talk to Joshua. There are several ways this quest can end, but I personally think that players should participate in the crucifixion, but if it's a bit much, at least for some players, you can always choose not to be a part of it at all and just leave the studio. There is no option to save Joshua and stop him from sacrificing himself in the name of faith. So once Joshua dies, go and have a talk with Rachel, and she'll tell you that you'll get a call for your compensation. Anyway, so that's the end of the quest. Alright guys, what do you think about this quest? Was it too much, or is it a nice little Easter egg towards the Passion of Christ? I want all your violent reactions in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.